thank you very much for joining me today.
Okay, let's do this.
You are a presenter for the #1 station, hit music station in Dubai, and you're a popular radio personality. Everybody knows Priti Malik.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Do people actually know that you started off as a journalist?
I mean, I don't know if everyone knows. I don't expect everyone to know, but I did start off as I studied broadcast journalism. So I've always wanted to be in this career path. And I think a lot of people do know. Maybe a lot of people don't know. I'm a journalist.
And of the years that you've worked in radio, how many years were you actually a journalist?
Well, I think you can't... What do you define as a journalist?
That's a good question.
I think you're defining... I think I'm still a journalist, but you don't. So what do you define as a journalist?
Well, actually, because people actually perceive being a journalist is about reporting facts and figures, and they do not see the entertainment side of it as being a journalist. So what do you define being a journalist as?
Well, I studied broadcast journalism, so I learned the tools of a journalist. If I was a news reporter, a sports reporter, whatever it may be. So I learned those things. Those things then helped me become a presenter as well. I still do entertainment news. I have a gossip segment. So I still do entertainment news. So those things that I've learned, of course it's a bit different when it's entertainment versus news, which is hard facts. But those practices are still in use. So I think I still consider myself a journalist, and I'm a presenter now. I feel like it's added on to that. Am I a news journalist? No. Am I still going out and looking for stories? And no, but I still do interviews. And, you know, so
yeah. And is there a difference between reporting and being a presenter and reporting entertainment news compared to like reporting news bulletins?
Oh, there's night and day. I mean, as a presenter, my day involves doing silly challenges like throwing an office chair down the hallway. You know, as a news reporter, you're completely different. So I am a presenter, but because I do gossip and I look for entertainment stories, that the stuff that I learned in journalism school still is within me, you know.
And why did you shift from reporting news bulletin to entertainment side of it?
I've always wanted to do entertainment. That's my love, and I've always wanted to do that. I'm just that kind of personality. I love everything about I love movies and I love music and all that stuff. So I've always wanted to do entertainment. Even when I started studying, I knew that I always wanted to do that. News, I guess news reading is a part of being a broadcaster. So for me, that was very exciting as well. And when I moved here, that's what I did. I was a news broadcaster for Virgin, for our sister stations Dubai Eye and Dubai 92 and City as well on occasion. But yeah, so I started out doing hard news, but that's not where my heart was. It was always entertainment. So that's why I made the switch to the show.
Absolutely, that's amazing. And when it comes to entertainment, it's about, you know, entertaining people, making people happy. And we live in a culture whereby people are drawn to that a lot. And people don't really actually are drawn to like reading news and getting to know what's happening around the world. Do you think there's a danger in that?
Well, you know what? Everyone has their own, I guess, ability. If they want to read today's news, they can read today's news. There are plenty of avenues available. You know, they can do that. And if they don't want to, then that's up to them as well. Sometimes news can be depressing. Hearing what's going on in the world can really get you down, and it affects a lot of people. Yeah, we should be aware. Everyone should be aware of what's going around you. There's so many different problems in the world and so many things happening. There's so many good things that are being reported in the news as well. Discoveries and advancements and all that stuff. But you can't force someone to go to a CNN or a BBC and say, read what's happening today. It's up to them.
True. And like radio industry in particular, do you think we should prioritize reporting news and informing the public? Because there's a rise in demand when it comes to entertainment. People want to hear entertainment when they listen to the radio, but they switch the minute the news comes in. Do you think there's something the radio could do to be able to actually have a balance between entertainment and news?
Well, if you listen to Virgin, we do news. People listen to the news. They want to hear the sports update. They want to know what's going on in the world. If there was a major event, they want to hear an update on what happened to it. I don't think you can categorically say that people switch off when the news is on, or radio needs to push news. I don't think you can say that. I think radio here in the UAE is still the place where a lot of people hear their news.
Absolutely.
That's where they hear it. That's where, and I'm talking not entertainment, I'm talking world news. This is, the radio is where they hear it. So I don't think you can say here that people switch off. I think they listen.
They listen.
Yeah.
And one of the ways, for example, at Virgin, you have DJs, you have like great personalities. Do you think there's a distinction between being a journalist and being a media personality? And can someone like Chris Fade be considered a journalist?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm a journalist because I consider it. Okay, let's be clear. That's a very interesting question. Why are you saying you want people in their cars to like see the difference between a journalist and a presenter?
Like for example, you know, like being a journalist. Like I'm a journalism student, and we're pretty much taught, and like being a journalist is about following the facts, doing this and this. You're not supposed to bring in your personality into your work.
Your opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Personality, opinion, two different things. Opinion. Yeah.
Opinion. But however, when it comes to like presenting entertainment news or entertainment in general, you're not really limited compared to how a journalist.
Yes. So journalism is still okay. I guess maybe I wasn't very clear with my definition. I am a journalist because I hope I am because I have a degree in journalism. I've done that. I've done the reporting. I've done the news facts. I've done all of that stuff before. Chris is a presenter.
True.
Ryan Seacrest is not a journalist. He is a presenter, for example. You know, and I think that's where I think people know the difference between that.
Yeah, I think people do.
People, I mean, it's clear cut. Chris wouldn't read the news. He's not a news reader.
Yeah.
He's an amazing presenter, and that's what he does. He's like Ryan Seacrest. He does that, you know?
Yeah.
But then Ryan Seacrest will sometimes get a reporter on, an entertainment reporter, to deliver a story. You know?
Yes.
So I think that's,
Do you ever miss anything about reporting news bulletin? Do you ever miss
I still do the news, so.
Yeah, you still do the news?
Yeah, of course. I read the news every morning. I still read the news bulletins. And I'm still reporting on entertainment stories and stuff like that. So it's very much a part of my life still.
And for young people who are looking up to you and they want to do radio journalism or become a radio personality, what is your advice? What should they do? What should they look out for? What should they do to become that?
Oh, that's a heavy one. Okay, the number one thing that I will say is, if you don't love this, like if you're sitting in a classroom right now or you're in an internship and you don't love what you're getting to do, get out. Don't bother. It is the most difficult field, I would say. It's not easy. You work long hours. You do double, triple shifts. You may not get paid for a very long time or be paid very little. You'll be a freelancer. You may not have a steady job for a while. But the reason I think people in the media industry do what they do is because they love it.
They love it.
If you don't have that passion, you won't end up very far. It's a harsh truth, but it's true. For our industry specifically, I would say that's the case because it shows through in your work. I used to wake up and be at the studio by 3:30 in the morning when I was a newsreader here. I would do my news bulletins and then look in at Chris's show and help him out for free, out of my own will, and then do another news shift after that. And that would be my day every single day. And because I was really passionate about it and I was eager to learn. So be prepared to work for free. Don't think you're going to get handed everything just because you have a degree. You don't know everything just because you have a degree.
True.
Unless you have the experience to prove it. So that's what I would say. Just work hard and make sure you're passionate about it. Because if you're not passionate, Unfortunately, this
Yeah.
industry is gonna spit you out and be like, yeah, no thanks.
No, thank
But it's
you.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you love it, it's like the best job in the world.
Yeah,
Like
true.
it's the best thing in the world. I couldn't do anything else. I absolutely
it.
love what I do.
Yeah, and I think it comes clear when you like
Thank you.
like presenting. It's absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you.
I really enjoyed this. This is such an honor. Thank you.
Oh,
very
you're
much.
so cute.
Thank you.
She gets an A. She should get an A.